So that's me thatched, fire lay ready. I'll get some big leaves to put across the top of the fire if it starts to rain to keep it dry. I don't know if you can hear, but I've got some monkeys of some sort, I can't see them, they're too high up, throwing these things down. They've got little tiny bite marks in them, and fingernail marks, and then there's been these getting thrown down for the last 15-20 minutes, and they're getting closer and closer to here. Not sure they like me in their area. Obviously I've only arrived today. I've got no intention of hurting them, so I'll leave them be. Just make sure when they throw I'm out of the way and I'll keep my stuff together. But for now I'm set. I've got some firewood. I need to get some more to see me through the night, but I'm just going to go back to the landing and make the area a bit more safe. So build myself a little platform down by the water so that I can stand on that, fill my water, and obviously set my night lines and fish if need be, without standing on the mud and sinking in. So for now, that's it. I'll do another little one later on when the fire gets started, and one later tonight when the animals are starting to make some more noise. But for now, I'm happy. Okay, so time's coming up to 5 o'clock. The animals are starting to sort of change their behaviour in terms of either coming back into roost for the evening because it's going to get dark very soon, or those that are waking up to go out potentially on the hunt are starting to come alive. So there's a bit of a changeover in shift, and the birds are giving a bit of a chorus at the moment. Not sure if you can hear that. Monkeys are still throwing things down at me, which is nice. So my shelter's done. I've got my fire lay, I've got lots of firewood, which I'm going to burn slowly through the night. At this time of night I would normally expect to go do some fishing with the yari rod, which I'll show you tomorrow, with some cooklet grubs to catch some bait fish. And then once the bait fish is caught, you then put that on a hand line, throw it out, and then hopefully you can catch something slightly bigger which you can then eat, say piranha or a small catfish. And then with either those or the bait fish in the evening, coming up to when it goes dusky, I put a night line out and leave that overnight to hopefully catch a fish, so that when I wake up in the morning I've got something to deal with that's going to feed me for the next few days. So everything leads into everything else. Today I've expended a lot of energy. I've built this thing, got dropped off nice and early, so it's taken me all day to kind of build it, get the firewood. I'm happy with it. It rained earlier on, not particularly heavy, but I've got a lot of canopy above me, so the rain was kind of sheltered down here anyway. So I'm hopeful if it does come down I should stay relatively dry. I won't stay completely dry, I know that. Priority now is just to get the fire going, so I'm going to use some locust tree gum, and I'm going to use cotton wool, but if we didn't have cotton wool, there's a cotton tree out here where certain times of the year you can get some capex, which is like this stuff, but it happens in a very, very finite time during the year, very small window. Obviously we've missed that at the moment, so we're using this to replicate that. And then this locust tree gum is very much like pine resin, so I'm going to crumble it up, put it into the cotton wool, and then use a ferrocerium rod, or ferro rod, to take a spark. Lighting this is relatively easy. Transferring the flame from this to the actual tinder bundle is a little bit more tricky because it's so still in here. There's no draft, no breeze, so you kind of have to feed it very, very gently until it becomes established. So give that a go. I'll move the camera, give it a go and see how we are. But for now I'm just kind of winding down for the evening, and I'm just planning on just observing and listening to what's around throughout the night. All the animals that are around, just to get familiar. And then tomorrow I'll make a plan and I'll do something a bit more creative, sort out the landing a bit more so I can get further into the water for a proper wash. I have had a quick wash this afternoon, but just by hand. Anyway, that's it. I will move the camera, get the fire going, and then settle down for the evening, and hopefully that will see me through all evening. If not, lesson learned, and tomorrow I have to gather more.